Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Siti Khadijah. I'm from TBI1. So today I would like to present my final project for the ICT and ELT course. The title of my lesson plan is Learning Descriptive Text Through Digital Storytelling. This lesson is designed for 7th grade junior high school students at the beginner level. The lesson focuses on 2 language skills, namely writing and speaking, and it is designed for 60 minutes. In this lesson, I integrate several digital tools to make learning more interactive, engaging, and meaningful for students. Now, I would like to explain each part of my lesson plan. So, let's start. On this slide, you can see the learning objectives of the lesson. By the end of the lesson, students are expected to achieve 3 objectives. So, first, students will be able to identify the characteristic and language features of descriptive text correctly. In other words, students are expected to understand what descriptive text is and recognize its important elements. And the second, students will be able to write a short descriptive paragraph about a person or a place using appropriate vocabulary and grammar. This activity helps students improve their writing skills and express their ideas clearly. And the third, students will be able to present their descriptive text creatively through digital media. This objective also helps students develop their speaking skills and confidence. Overall, these objectives are designed to improve students' language skills and digital literacy. Now, let's continue to the next slide. On this slide, I would like to explain the TPACK framework. As we can see, TPACK consists of 3 components, namely technology knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, and content knowledge. First, for technology knowledge, I use Google Classroom, Google Docs, Canva, and Quizzes. These tools help students access material, complete assignment, and participate in interactive learning activities. Second, for pedagogical knowledge, I apply collaborative learning and communicative language teaching. These approaches encourage students to work together, share ideas, and actively participate in learning process. And the third, for content knowledge, the lesson focuses on descriptive text, including its generic structure and language features. As shown in this diagram, technology, pedagogy, and content are connected to create meaningful learning experience. Through this integration, students not only learn English but also develop digital literacy skills. So now, I would like to explain the SAMR model. As you can see on this slide, the SAMR model consists of 4 levels. Starting from the first level, we have substitutions. Google Docs is categorized as substitutions because it replaces traditional paper worksheets. Instead of writing manually, students type and edit their descriptive paragraphs digitally. Moving to the second level, we have augmentations. Quizzes belongs to this level because it provides additional features such as automatic scoring and immediate feedback. These features make assessment more interesting and efficient. The third level is modification. Canva is categorized as modification because students can transform traditional writing activities into creative digital storytelling projects. They can combine text, features, and visual elements to make their work more interactive. Finally, at the highest level, we have redefinitions. Google Classroom allows teachers and students to continue learning beyond classroom boundaries. Students can access materials, submit assignments, and communicate with teachers anytime and anywhere. Therefore, the SAMR model shows how technology can improve and transform learning experience. Let's move on the next slide. Okay, let's move on the next slide. On this slide, I would like to explain how Google Classroom functions as the Learning Management System or LMS. As we can see, Google Classroom supports several important functions. First, it helps teachers deliver learning materials such as PowerPoint slides, worksheets, and videos. Students can access these materials anytime and anywhere. Second, Google Classroom helps teachers manage assignments and announcements. Students can easily receive instruction and submit their work through the platform. The third, Google Classroom supports assessment and feedback. Teachers can review students' work and provide comments directly through Google Classroom. In addition, students can communicate with teachers and ask questions whenever they need assistance. Overall, Google Classroom makes learning more flexible, organized, and accessible. Now, let's continue to the next slide. This slide shows the technology categories used in this lesson. The first category is word processing tools. As shown here, I use Google Docs to help students write and edit descriptive paragraph collaboratively. This tool makes writing activities more practical and efficient. The second category is multimedia tools. I use Canva to create digital storytelling projects. Through Canva, students can combine text and pictures to present their ideas creatively. The third category is collaboration tools. Google Classroom is used to share materials, manage assignments, and facilitate communication between teachers and students. Lastly, the fourth category is assessment tools. Quizzes is used to conduct interactive quizzes and provide immediate feedback. This helps teachers evaluate students' understanding more effectively. These technologies support active, creative, and student-centered learning. So, in the last slide, I would like to share my reflection on designing this lesson plan. In my opinion, integrating technology into English language teaching makes learning more interactive, engaging, and enjoyable. Through the use of digital tools, students are encouraged to develop not only language skills but also creativity, communication skills, collaborations, and digital literacy. However, there are some challenges that may arise during implementation. For example, unstable internet connections, limited access to devices, and differences in students' technological abilities. Therefore, teachers should provide clear instructions and additional support for students. Despite these challenges, I believe that this lesson plan can be implemented effectively in real classrooms because it promotes active learning and prepares students for learning in the digital era. Okay guys, finally that's all from me. I hope this lesson plan can contribute to more interactive and effective English language teaching in the digital era. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.